Marco Aurelius, the Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, believed that the soul is the most peaceful and interruption-free place one can find. He encouraged people to take a moment for introspection and connect with their inner selves before facing the challenges of the day. In his book Meditations, he emphasized the importance of waking up early and making the most of the day, as well as dedicating time to finding inner calm. His writings give us an insight into his nightly routine, which he followed to maintain his tranquility. In this video, we will explore different aspects of a daily routine and how to adapt them to modern life. To achieve inner peace, it is important to eliminate external distractions. Marco Aurelius believed in disconnecting from external stimuli. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, especially when using technology and interacting with people. This overloads us with unnecessary demands and disrupts our inner peace and freedom. Our nightly routines usually involve activities such as catching up on social media, watching TV, or responding to last-minute emails. To find tranquility, we need to reduce these external stimuli and clear our minds. This dedicated time should be for ourselves. It may involve eliminating some of the activities we are used to and replacing them with new ones that genuinely help us disconnect and focus on ourselves. At least 30 or 40 minutes before bedtime, put away all technology and seek tranquility. This can be achieved through simple activities such as a 5-minute guided meditation, a body scan, or a breathing exercise. Mindful meditation helps to calm an overactive mind and tune you into your physical body. It can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and significantly enhance the quality of your sleep. Your bedtime routine should be a break from the busy world, a retreat to your calm self. While binge-watching TV shows, playing video games, hanging out with friends, or scrolling through social media might seem like personal downtime, they do not help you find tranquility. In fact, they often distract you from it. Although sleep is essential, it is often not enough to fully restore you after a hectic day. A truly relaxing nighttime routine needs to include something that allows your mind to switch off. It is important to prioritize physical exercise as part of your routine. Marco Aurelius, a philosopher, emphasized the significance of physical activity for maintaining a healthy mind and body. He believed that a sound mind could not exist without a healthy body. The ancient Greeks believed that even a simple exercise routine could teach valuable life skills, such as perseverance, self-development, discipline, overcoming challenges, and building self-confidence. Exercising, whether it involves playing sports or going to the gym, is highly beneficial because it releases endorphins, which are brain chemicals that make you feel good. These endorphins help to reduce your stress levels and improve your mood. Additionally, engaging in physical activity in the evening can help you fall asleep faster, leaving you refreshed and ready for the next day. To clear your mind, consider incorporating a brief evening walk into your routine. While walking, pay attention to the air and your surroundings. Let your thoughts transition from the events of the day to observing the night sky above you. The beauty of nature around you can help clear your mind after a busy day and prepare you for a good night's rest. Let's move on to the next step: review your day. According to Marco Aurelius, reflecting on everything that happens in your life is the best way to expand your mind systematically. The ancients believed that the two best times for contemplation were in the morning, when preparing for the day, and at night, when reviewing the day. Marco Aurelius wrote his meditations with the intention of reviewing his daily life and thoughts to gain personal clarity. He constantly monitored his actions and daily choices. The ancients emphasized the importance of being aware of your own actions and reserved time at the end of each day to review what had happened. This practice aimed to bring self-awareness to your actions and determine if they aligned with your higher self. Some ancient philosophers compared this daily reflection to presenting a case to a court. You recall and judge your day through self-examination of your daily actions and choices. This isn't meant to be a harsh practice, but rather a compassionate review that guides you toward making better decisions in the future. You can incorporate this daily reflection into your nighttime routine by setting aside some time before bed to recall the day that just passed. Review each moment from the time you woke up until now. Meditate on the various choices and actions you made. Consider what you did well, what emotions you experienced, and which parts of your day brought discomfort. Think about what you can learn from what happened today and what you couldn't accomplish but would like to achieve in the future. Daily reflections play a crucial role in ancient philosophy. They help prepare you for the next day by noting what you'd like to have done today. They're also essential for self-evaluation, assessing whether your daily actions align with the person you genuinely want to be. For example, during your daily review, you might recall an unpleasant interaction due to a misunderstanding. Reflecting on it will help you understand how it affected you and how you might handle a similar situation differently in the future. Let's now move on to number 4, considering your inner sage. As stated by Marco Aurelius, mastery of reading and writing requires a teacher, and the same goes for life. A sage is a person with extensive knowledge, wisdom, judgment, and expertise in a particular field. Many people have a sage as their role model. In ancient times, people spent time reflecting on their own sage's principles and whether their actions aligned with them. Marco Aurelius considered Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, as his sage and often asked himself what Zeno would do. You should contemplate your sage at night and reflect on your day or the person you are. Ask yourself what your role model would do in a given situation. Your role model can be someone you know or an idealized concept of an exemplary person. It's essential to have a clear definition of this person to reflect on whether your actions align with their principles. As part of your nighttime routine, take a few minutes to think about your role model and assess whether you have acted like them. In what ways can you improve tomorrow to align your life more closely with your role model? Also, think about the traits of your role model that you saw in yourself today. By spending just a few minutes each night to consider the situations you experienced and whether you reacted as your role model would, you can enhance your self-awareness and become a better person, someone you deeply admire. Adopt a higher perspective. According to Marco Aurelius, we should think of the substance of which we have the smallest part, and the time of which a brief, fleeting moment has been assigned to us. We should contemplate life from the standpoint of the cosmos and adopt a wider perspective. By taking a third-person viewpoint, we can remove personal emotions and anxieties and transcend our limited personal outlook. In his Nights, Marco Aurelius would reflect on his life from the perspective of the cosmos. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with distractions such as ads, news, opinions, and technological devices. All these distractions lead to mental exhaustion and leave little room for thinking and breathing. To help with this, we can practice adopting a higher perspective. We can start by dedicating quiet time at night to observe our immediate surroundings, including our body, home, and the people we live with. We can contemplate what they feel, how we relate to them, and what issues, hopes, and fears they may have. Then, we can broaden our view to see our city and how all the people around us have unique lives we know nothing about. Continue expanding your perspective to encompass your country, and then go further to contemplate the entire planet, considering all the people on Earth, their lives spread across countries, social classes, races, and cultures. Think about the challenges that some of the less privileged people are facing. Keep expanding until you're considering the entire solar system, the universe, and the totality of existence. When you view yourself from above, you realize that you are not an isolated individual, but rather a part of a larger whole, participating in everything around you. An external perspective helps you see yourself and your concerns more objectively. By distancing yourself from the worries, anxieties, and problems you face, you can see them more clearly, with less emotional attachment, and have a better chance of understanding their causes and solutions. This change in perspective makes it easier to see things in context. For example, if someone insults you and you're feeling down, it's much easier to overcome emotional obstacles by putting them into perspective. Petty arguments and minor disagreements become inconsequential when you compare them to the bigger picture or the vastness of space. Spend time with your family. As Marco Aurelius said, those who live longer and those who will die soon lose the same thing. The present is all they can give up, for it's all they have. What they don't have, they can't lose. For Marco Aurelius, at the end of the day, it was time to be with his family. Despite being important, famous, and extremely busy, he clearly loved his children and his wife dearly. He didn't ignore them at night. He put his children to bed, kissed them, and silently reminded himself not to rush through this moment, as it might be the last time he does it. He valued what was right in front of him, which was the most important thing in his life, and wished them good night. He did this repeatedly for as long as he was fortunate enough to live. The ancients used contemplation of death as a practice to remind themselves of the impermanence of life. A popular nurse in Australia known for caring for terminally ill patients said one of the most common regrets of people on their deathbed is wishing they had spent more time with their family. Her patients often regretted missing their children's youth and the companionship of their partners due to the demands of modern life. Families spend just a little over half an hour of quality time together during the week, and even when they gather, many parents say the time is spent in silence in front of the TV because they're busy reading, playing computer games, or simply too tired to converse. Just as the ancients regularly contemplated their own deaths and remembered that there would come a day when they or their children wouldn't wake up to enjoy the beauty of life, we should make some changes to spend more quality time with our families. Often, telling our children or family that we appreciate the time we spend together is crucial. Quality time spent with family helps in dealing with challenges, instills a sense of security, nurtures family values, and boosts children's confidence. Prepare for the mornings. Marco Aurelius, in his teachings, emphasized the importance of not procrastinating in one's actions. He believed in waking up early every morning and establishing a routine that makes the most of each precious moment of life. For him, sleep was a restorative experience and not a time to indulge in laziness. Part of his morning routine began even before the morning came, as he prepared for the day ahead the night before. The ancients often prepared for the day by considering what they wanted to accomplish, readying themselves for different possible outcomes, and reflecting on their own actions. These types of reflections were done by many of the ancients in the morning and at night. To follow in their footsteps, you can prepare for the next day during your evening routine to make waking up a more pleasant experience. This might mean choosing your clothes for the next day, packing your work bag, or creating a clear morning routine checklist that you can follow without having to think about it since it was decided the night before. The fewer decisions you have to make throughout the day, the more effective those decisions will be. Save your mental energy for the smaller decisions, such as choosing your morning attire. Also, aim to go to bed at a reasonable time to ensure you get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Not only is this beneficial for your health, but it also makes waking up a more pleasant experience. Preparing for the day during your nighttime routine won't just help with your morning routine, it can also reduce anxiety about the tasks that await you when you wake up. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out Stoic today for more videos that will help you find success and happiness using ancient philosophical wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe.